Have you ever experienced your neck and shoulder just get very tight, very stiff? It's hard to sleep and also low energy after particularly the end of the day after your work. Now, I'm Dr. Lam. I'm a chiropractor in Victoria. So I'm going to show you a few tips that how you can reduce the stress and relieve the pain in your neck and shoulder in just a few steps. Now, our head weighs about 10 to 12 pounds. Now imagine this is my head, which is the dumbbell, and then this is my neck muscles. And also this position here is where the base of my neck or my upper back. Now, if the weight is on top of my shoulder, now this for my neck muscles is the most efficient. Now, if I move the dumbbell just a little bit away from me, even though the weight of the dumbbell is the same, my arm just have to use a lot more effort in order to hold it in this position. Now, if I have to go even further away, even though that 10 pounds weight is the same weight, but it feels like I'm holding a 30 pounds dumbbell. Now, imagine your neck. Instead of holding a 10 pounds, but your neck muscles is holding triple that weight. Now, you can do it for maybe a couple minutes or 10 minutes or 30 minutes. But if your posture is bad in your workplace, it's going to be another 4 to 6 hours or even 8 hours to 10 hours, 5 days a week. Now, think about now is snowball and accumulate those stress and tension. Now, in order to fix that, we're going to show you two things to work on that. First is working on the setup of your workstation. So how we talk about the 90 degree angle. We're going to explain to you how we're going to achieve that. Second, we're going to show you some specific exercise and stretches so that we can help you to relieve your neck and back. First exercise, we can utilize one of these trigger points tools here. We call the shepherd's hook. Now, you can take a seat on a chair. If you're noticing more on the side of your shoulders or slightly towards your shoulder blades, the bony parts that you can feel as you cross your hand to the other side of your shoulder, there should be a little tip that's a little bit feels like a bone. So you're not going to use this one directly on the bone, but just maybe about 1 centimeter above that area. So first, you find the spot that is really, really sore. Put some pressure down to that area. And then what I want you to do is that you can start to tip your head to the opposite side. And you hold it for about 10 seconds. And then you start to coming back. Now, if you notice more to the back where the shoulder blades is, then this time you can go down a little bit lower. And then this time, instead of just tipping your head to the left side, I want you also tip to the left and then tip downwards, looking at your left leg. Then you will feel a deep stretch into the area. And then you hold it for 10 seconds. Now, if you notice that you have more soreness as you're looking down and up on both sides right across this area, then this time you can go a little bit towards your spine in the middle, but don't do it directly on the bones right at the middle, but slightly to the side of that, right about here. Now this time put some pressure, but this time you're going to be looking down towards your feet. Have a good setup on your workstation. It's going to help you to reduce the strain of your neck and the shoulders. And there are some cases it also will help with reducing the stiffness of your forearm and also preventing wrist pain at the same time. Now let's talk about what we're looking for, how to set it up, and then demonstrate how to do it. Now, first of all is when you're having a chair, you want to position yourself not too low but not too high. When you're sitting, you should see a 90-degree angle of your knee. This is the first 90. The second 90 is coming from your femur, like your higher leg bone, and also to your torso. Now this angle also have to be at 90 degree. The third 90 degree is coming from the elbow. When you're resting your hand on a keyboard, are we able to maintain a 90-degree angle between your arm and the forearm, but it also shouldn't be too far forward or too far backwards? The last one we want to look for is that when we're sitting, is our ears is on top of our shoulder, and also when the screen is in front of you, do you have to look down, jog forward, upwards, in order to clearly read what is on the screen? So the screen should be just slightly below where your eye level is, and that way you can maintain a proper position and posture to reduce your neck and shoulder strain. Sometimes we have papers. For example, we have to copy papers like Word. One of the other challenges that I see with my patients with their setup is that sometimes they have to do a lot of typing while they're reading on a paper. Now, what they will usually do is they're either putting it just right in front of them, and then they have to type it in this way with the head bending forward, or they have to move this paper either on the side so that the head is tilted and turned when they're typing. Either way, it will create a lot of strain to your neck as well over time. So what you can do is utilizing something like a paper stand or like a file stand or like a book stand, so that you can put it just probably slightly, not too far away, but just slightly beside. Now when you do that, that means your head can still maintain in a quite neutral stacking on top of the position without have to looking down or twist it. Now regardless how good your posture is, how good your setup in the workstation is, and how good you're doing all the stretches that we taught you, you still need to take a small break every 1 hour so that you're not stressing your spine and muscles for the whole hour without taking a proper break. Taking the break will help to hydrate, changing positions, do some movement, walk around a little bit. That will help to hydrate and stretch and relax the muscle in a different way. So it will keep the stiffness out of the way, and you will have long-lasting relief with your neck and back pain. Stay tuned to our channel for more tips, and I will see you next time.